Welcome to Walks with Riley. My name is Katie, and I, along with my Australian cattle dog, Riley, we go on walks and nature hikes and backpacking trips. And today we are just at one of the local parks, and we are going to do a 2-mile loop. Walking through a field right now, but the majority of the loop is paved, so it's about 71 degrees, not too bad. We went to the dog park a little bit ago, just so he could run a little bit, and there weren't any dogs there. We're a little later than we normally come to the park. So we are here, as you can see, at the quote-unquote trailhead. Really nice cloudy day. For this walk, I'm going to be training Riley a little bit more on how to heel. He is aware of what the word means. He just doesn't always follow it. So I brought my clicker to do the clicker training, and I brought a bag full of treats as well. He loves training and learning new tricks, so hopefully we can get 2 birds with 1 stone on this walk with training and getting some exercise for the both of us. Break time already, Riley? Riley, say hi. These little, I can't remember what they're called. I mean, obviously they're not like an edible, and neither are these. My husband always says, if you don't see the birds eating the berries, you shouldn't try to eat the berries. And it's pretty good advice, because I think sometimes things are raspberries or blackberries and they're not. One time I was with my sister on the Appalachian Trail, and I said, oh my god, this is definitely a blackberry, and she ate it and immediately spit it out. It was like, I don't know what it was, but it was not an edible fruit or an edible berry. Oh boy. These things are all over the trail though. Here they are, completely rotten. Now I'm gonna have to look it up. Look how beautiful this is though. Riley, are you gonna wait for me? Riley, wait for me. Come here. Good boy. Good boy. Good job. You want a treat for that? Okay. Good boy. Good boy, my love. I think this is milkweed. They're very tall, and they have these pods on them. They get these black and red bugs, and butterflies like them. Leaves are changing color. If you see how red these trees are. Beautiful. Some poor lady on rollerblades just came by. Riley about scared her, so she almost fell over. Barked at her. Oh boy. Okay, onward. Well, anyways, I think the creek goes down this way, so I think maybe I'll go down here just for a little bit. And I know for sure if I keep going back around this way, it loops me back to my car, so I can go down here and we might have to turn around, but that's okay. Riley doesn't know if we're going the wrong way. It's okay. Look at all these leaves falling. He loves to chase them when they fall, too. Oh boy. You probably can't even see these on here. It's pretty cool though. Up. Good boy. See, it's a little loud. The cars. This is Lithopolis Road. I cross right over this, I think, when I get to the park. Cool little underpass. Here's the creek. A little stagnant right here. There's one spot that has a really good area to go down to the creek at, so I'll probably take him there. It's at the end of the loop, so assuming, I mean, I'm going this way, I don't know. No, I don't think Walnut Creek. Oh boy. Well, can't really get lost. I mean, paths are paved, so just keep going. Come on, baby. They have a lot of these field cut-throughs that are really pretty. There's one up ahead. Maybe we'll take that one. It looks kind of pretty. There's a butterfly. Well, it's probably a moth, but yeah, it's hard. I need to work a little on my videography. Oh, here is a sign. Great. Okay, so let's do this. Kestrel Trail, 1.3 miles, one way. Let's do it, Riley. It's pretty. It's on grass. There's not gonna be any rollerbladers for you to scare. No people on bikes to scare you. Beautiful. Yeah. Pretty purple flowers here. These. Look at this guy going. He is moving. Really should not touch caterpillars. Some of them have these poisonous spines on them. Definitely don't let animals eat them. I mean, just as a rule of thumb, your dog should not be eating any wild creature anyways, but yeah, caterpillars can really mess with you, despite how cute and soft they look. Some of them are harmless, of course, but I don't know. Do you know which ones are? I don't. So just stay away from all of them. This is Lady's Lace here, I believe is the name of it. Riley heard something, probably a mouse or something. Come on, baby. Lots of good sightings. Wow. Okay. It'd be cool to kind of see like some larger animals, but there's another butterfly. I know I'm not gonna be able to capture that. Lots of crickets. You hear them? They're jumping right out of our way too as we're walking. Probably let him drag his leash for a little bit. I don't see anyone. I can see pretty far in the distance, so As long as he doesn't randomly jump off into the field. When he was a puppy, first time I let him off leash, I was walking like in a public place. I was walking with my mom. And it's like have you ever seen where they take old railroad tracks and they turn them into walking paths? It was one of those. So it was like really steep on both sides. And just as soon as I let him off, first thing he does is dives over the side of this into what is practically a ravine. And I was like freaking out. And I was just like, okay, Riley, time to go. And he just jumped right back up. He was able to climb back up. So I was like, maybe don't do that again. He's cute though. So there's lots of crickets, and you can see them. They kind of jump. I don't know if you can see them on camera, but they jump and they just, it's like a really cool effect. We got a military base over there, so planes coming in and landing every now and then. Must be the maintenance barn over there. Or it could be somebody's private property, I don't know. Riley, wait. Good boy. Good wait. Good boy. Hey. Good boy. Good wait. Okay. Get your leash. Getting closer to civilized people. Let me try to get some of these crickets. Riley, well, if you see little white things jumping, those are the crickets. Riley's pulling over. I think I scared them all up in this area. Oh, God, gorgeous day. So we came up all this way, and then up this road, and the temperature dropped 10 degrees immediately. And I'm thinking it has to do with this little pond here. There's a blue heron on the far side. I'm certain I won't be able to get that on film, but he is over there. The breeze is blowing off this thing. Oh, it feels nice after all that walking. Oh my gosh. Riley, hold on. Okay, a little bit about myself. I have been in retail management for basically my adult life. My husband as well has been in retail management, so we work very varied and hectic schedules. So some days I'll work, 2 to 11 at night, and some days I'll work 5:30 in the morning and 4 in the afternoon. And some days I'll work like 10 to 7, middle of the day. So retail workers, you know what it's like. and fast food workers, I'm sure, as well. But wish I could get a nice 9-to-5 gig, but not at a desk. I did work for a company for a little bit where I sat for a long time. I was driving, but I was sitting, so I just don't feel like that's for me. I like interacting with customers and associates, and I like getting things done. I have a real sense of accomplishment every single day when I leave. It's really nice. Okay, so behind me is a path. Behind me right now is where we came from, and the road continues this way. I know where I am. I swear I know where I am. I swear I do. I just have to decide how I want to get everywhere. Back to the car, primarily. It's been a good walk so far. There's another branching off path. Oh boy. Let's keep going this way. Come on. This I know is looping me back towards the park, because there's the barn. The barn is directly across the street from the park. Anyways, Riley we adopted when he was a couple months old from a place in northern Michigan. Him and his mom and his litter mates were all brought up from Texas. And everyone got adopted out, mom included, and Riley and his siblings. I got a couple cute pictures of him from the adoption website when he was just a little puppy. I mean, we kind of knew what we were getting into with the cattle dog. High energy, obviously. Stubborn, smart, but there are some more difficult aspects of Australian cattle dogs, including their herding instinct, heel nipping, again, that stubbornness, which could be good or bad. And here we're going around another little pond. Pretty. Oh, this must be connected to the other one. But very intelligent breed. So, you know, we taught him as best we can. It's hard for us, my husband and I, to teach him how to be around children because we don't have any ourselves. So when he sees them, it's like, what is this? And he does bark at them like he does, you know, anything he's scared at. He'll bark at it, and then he'll try to nip the tire or nip the heel, nip the whatever is closest to the ground, because that's what they are taught. They're bred to nip the heels and the nose of cattle. So when people adopt cattle dogs and they're like wondering, why is the cattle dog nipping, you know, my husband's heels and my neighbor's heels or my children, like, that's legit what they were bred to do. So good with the bad. But would not trade him for the world. He is my special guy, special friend. That's poo-poo. Leave that. You don't need that. Okay, so we appear to have reached another. All roads must lead somewhere, right? These are residential houses back there, I think. Alright, anyways, that's enough of me talking. Let me show more of the path here. This way, leave it. Besides that bright blue leash and collar, you really blend in right here. So we are at the park office. We went around and now we are going across the street, which is has traffic going 50 miles an hour, but I think we'll be fine. Definitely going to put this away though for that. What do you think? Can we do it? We made it. Made it across the street. We're back. Now, the question is, do we want to go straight back to the car or go around this way? I think I am not ready to quit. Riley, are you ready to quit? Look at that tail. Your tail's not drooped. You're ready to keep going. Yeah, we're going to keep going. So, instead of turning around at the end of that trail that we were following, and then I'm pretty sure we got off on accident, we just cut through the parking lot of the park office and ran across the road back to our side of the park. Yeah, I do love a loop rather than a point and back. Definitely would always prefer a loop if possible. And look how different this is from just where we were, 10 minutes ago. It's a nice green tunnel, feels good, it's cool. Yeah. Riley's impressed. I just saw a blue jay. I don't see it. Okay, so here's the choice. Oh, I see a squirrel! Oh, I saw a squirrel! Red squirrel. It's pretty. So the choice is to paved path, grass path. Paved path, grass path. Paved path, grass path. I think I know which one Riley wants. Because the squirrel went that way, so that's why he wants to go this way. Okay, boy, I don't mind. We got all day. This is our day off. This is our day to enjoy with each other. Out here in nature. Let's get this this plant real quick. It's a pretty flower. He's on something. He thought he heard that squirrel again. I'm sure the squirrels are wise to you creatures. Yeah, I don't think you're gonna catch him, boy. Gonna walk right underneath these power lines. Funny story. Well, it's funny now. It wasn't funny at the time, but watching trail with my dad and my sister, we got a little lost. We followed a double white instead of a single white trail. We ended up at a Boy Scout camp. Instead of going up the mountain, we kind of went parallel and then we went down. So we get down to this Boy Scout camp. It's closed because, you know, it's not Boy Scout season or whatever. And there's a guy there, and he's, you know, first we ask him, hey, can you tell us where we are? So eventually we figure out where we are, and like, can you give us a ride back to our original starting spot, because we needed to get somewhere to stay for the night. So, can't give us a ride. Okay. He says, follow those power lines down to the road, and then you can take the road back to this place where we were staying. Okay, power lines are not like this path. Power lines are like this. You see all this? See how tall it is? This is as tall as I am. Okay? And it wasn't dry either. It was swampy. I was terrified there were snakes. And I mean, we eventually get to one point where we're like, nope, can't go any farther because it's like a swamp. Like, we can't be going through a swamp, carrying our packs, not knowing where we're going. So we get off the path. We go to the just a random deer track to the left, and just keep following it. And cross a stream at one point, like a pretty heavy flowing stream. And we just, you know, kept going, and eventually we saw some blazes, and blazes is just like a marking on a tree that indicates you're on a trail. So we're like, okay, great. Of course, I mean, it's not the Appalachian Trail. We're in the middle of some hunting preserve. So we're following those random markings, and then eventually we do get to the front of this hunting preserve where there's a map so we can see where we are, and we see that yes, there is indeed a road that we can take. And so we set off walking down the road. I mean, like a 2-lane road, 45 miles per hour. I mean, we walked quite a ways, and then we eventually got to somebody's house, and they had some dogs out that were barking. Me and my sister like animals. And so we were like, oh, hi baby, hi babies. And then eventually the guy comes out. He's like, hey, what are you guys doing? Because we're like, we look like hobos. We have on our backpacks. We're walking down a road, not like a path. And sorry, Riley's turning me around. And we're like, well, we got lost. We got off the Appalachian Trail, and we're trying to get back to this lodge that we're staying at. He's like, that's like a 12-mile road walk. we're like, oh no. So he graciously volunteers to drive us. So we get in his big honking truck and follow his truck, or ride in his truck back to the camp. Okay, so this is starting to be a long story. But the funny part is, we get back to this camp. On the night before we had arrived at this camp, they have a lodge and like a store and like a porch, and then you can rent hammock sites, which is what we did the first night. So the first night, we rented the hammock sites. We set up our hammocks. It had been raining all day. We were soaking wet. We did not know how hammocks worked, so we didn't even have sleeping pads in the hammocks. Needless to say, we froze to death. We were freezing. Midnight, my sister whispers, oh, here's some buckeyes. See them? Buckeyes. Cool. We're really in Ohio. Neat. Anyways, sister whispers, Katie, are you awake? I'm like, yeah. And Dad's like, I'm awake too. So we gave it a good shot. Anyways, so we grabbed a couple of things and we literally walked up to the lodge, snuck in and slept on the leather couches. And then about 3 o'clock in the morning, there's some lights that get turned on, and I'm like, oh no, we're caught. So I at least pretended to be asleep the whole time, and eventually the lights went off. So when the guy dropped us off and we went back into the lodge and we were like, we need to stay another night, the lady's like, were you the ones that were sleeping on the couch last night? I'm like, that was us, yes. It's like, we don't know what we're doing, and we almost froze to death. She's like, oh, people aren't really supposed to sleep in here, but I didn't have the heart to wake you. And I'm like, oh thank God, because we would have died if we had to go back out. So we paid for, instead of hammock sites, we paid for actual lodging in the bunk room. But anyways, that's my really long and involved Appalachian Trail story. Okay, here is where we deviate and we go down to the creek. But we gotta just make sure that there's no other dogs here, because you're not really supposed to be off leash. But if there's nobody here, there's nobody to yell at us. And we look okay. Come here and splash around. There you go. There you go. Come on, splash around a bit. Good boy. Yeah, it's fun, huh? He's fun. This grass with his little tail sticking up always reminds me of Jurassic Park. You know, that scene where the raptors are going through that tall grass. Yeah. Are you a raptor? Are you a raptor? No. Oh, God. Okay, so apparently I got pricked. Oh, shoot. This is why I always wear pants. Good boy. Where are you going? Come on, we gotta get going. We're almost back to the car. We'll get a drink from filtered water. Okay everyone, we are about to get back to our original starting point. I want to say thank you to everyone that has watched this video, and I have some other videos out there if you're interested, and please make sure you like and subscribe. Riley, say goodbye. Say goodbye. Hey, say goodbye, honey. That's a good boy. Hey, thanks everybody. Have a good day, and try to get out there and walk a little.